Hello ladies and gentlemen, $39 or less fragrances bought. I put them in order from $39 to the cheapest one at the end of the video. There will be something for everybody in this video, including an oud fragrance, including two ladies fragrances, lots of fragrances for young to old. Lacoste L'Homme number 10. This is the regular Lacoste L'Homme, which when you spray it, when I smell it in first 10 seconds, I'm getting this slightly orange soda vibe, but basically you have lots of orange and soft orange notes like orange blossom, and you have a vanilla undertone. It's very easy and comfortable to wear. The big bottle here for 5 ounces was $39.99, I think, or $39 even. So that was a good plus. With that much juice, you could spray it 15 times a day, every single day for 6 months, and you still wouldn't hit the end of it. So there's that. I would recommend you spray this at least 10 times. That's this kind of fragrance. You could get away with 5 times if you just want to hang out for 2 to 3 hours, but 10 times will get you the most performance. And with the next fragrance as well. Totally blind bought this. By the way, Lacoste L'Homme makes an intense version, which is, I would say, far better than this one. By far better. It's a little bit more intense, a little bit more thicker, and it lasts a lot longer. The next one is called Hugo Boss Urban Journey. It looks like the bottle was dipped in concrete. It's pretty cool. It came out in 2018. The fragrance has lots of green notes and it smells really good. It's got this black tea note inside it, and it smells effing awesome actually, but we have to use the word sadly. It only lasted 3 hours. It didn't matter if you could spray this 17 times or 6 times, you will get the same effect. So you might as well just spray it 6 times. I would imagine someone like a doctor or someone that works in close quarters that doesn't want to offend people, or people that have sensitivities to fragrances, if they live around you, this would be a perfect fragrance for that. Perfect fragrance for a train, gym, or traveling in an airplane. When you're in an airplane, you don't really want to be blasting out projection. This would be perfect for that because it gives you a soft scent bubble, and it's an elegant citrus, very juicy citrus, like you can just feel the juices coming out of the citruses. And in that retrospect, the longevity on lots of these fragrances today aren't there, but they are getting cheaper and cheaper as the list goes down. So for these two fragrances, if you like them, these are my favorite ones on the list, but the next one I would recommend better. If you can find it for $39, I just brought this out. I'd get you John Varvatos Artisan Pure. It's a soft, elegant citrus. Has a little bit better performance, a lot more depth. It smells a lot better. This is the one I would recommend instead of these two if you wanted a nice summer citrus. The next fragrance is by Lattafa. I've never heard of Lattafa, but I've heard, have you heard of some fragrances by Lattafa? I've heard they had something called Ragabad Oud and some other ouds that people are raving about that smell very expensive, like a Tom Ford oud would. This is called Ajal. Ajal, is that how you pronounce it? The fragrance simply reminds me of a deep dark chocolate candy with you know those chocolate candies you buy that come with assorted flavors. Sometimes you get a nice rosy cherry one inside, and maybe it might be pink. You can totally smell some sort of you got hints of rose and woods and possibly oud. There's no information on this. It's pretty new, but it was only $39. It seemed to have lasted at least 5 hours, and then as a skin scent even longer. So it's not bad in that department. It's a very heavy bottle. Do not hold it from the cap because look what happens. But other than that, Lattafa. The next fragrance, perfect for a teenager, and it's very expensive. It's got a suede cap. It's called Maserati Pure Coat by La Martina. La Martina is a company in South America, I want to say Argentina, that does lots of sporting and fitness clothing and such things like that. So they promote this healthy lifestyle. The fragrance actually smells that it's expensive. It does smell expensive, but it doesn't last that long. It lasts as long as a Curve Crush or something like that. Kind of sucks. But pure cold blue. I was thinking this was going to be something on the take of an Armani Code Colonia or something, but it kind of, but not really. It's a fresh citrus, soft fragrance, elegant, very unoffensive, very easy to blind buy. And if you were a fragrance collector, maybe you would like this fragrance, but for performance uses, maybe you wouldn't. The next fragrance is an old school fragrance from 1995. It's called Burberry, plain and simple. Now Burberry, the last year they made fragrances, is this correct? Someone told me they haven't made any fragrances since 2016 with their Mr. Burberry line, for men at least. Is this true? Comment down below if you know about Burberry. This one simply has some touches of vanilla, some mint. It's your basic masculine fragrance. And one guy tells me a story. So lots of times you can review a fragrance and say, hey, this has bergamot, mint, and blah, blah. It lasts this long. Sometimes fragrances have stories attached to them. I know kind of a cool but sad story. The one viewer told me that he cried when he smelled this because it reminded him of his dad's funeral, because his dad used to wear it. Other than that, if it can evoke some sort of feeling, maybe the fragrance is worth it. Burberry from 1995. Next for you ladies, 20 bucks. I found Brilliant White Diamonds, Elizabeth Taylor. It's like $10 cheaper than the original White Diamonds. It's a bright white diamond fragrance. And the next one's the Beast Mode for the ladies for like $25. Elizabeth Arden, Red Door. It's a florally, rosy, powdery fragrance that lasts and projects. And I remember this lady at a grocery store. She worked at the customer counter and came to my store, a fragrance store I used to work at, and would buy a bottle of this like every single 3 weeks. I guess she would like spray it on every single day for 3 years, bought the same fragrance. Next fragrance is called Lapidus Gold Extreme, 20 bucks. This is probably the longest lasting fragrance on this list. Some people call it synthetic, some people love it. It does have this kind of sort of 1 million vibe to it. It's not a clone, but you've got your basic sweet notes and some citruses, and Lapidus makes powerhouse fragrances for $15 to $25 that just won't come off your skin. The next fragrance is called Nissan 350Z. Basically, it's a fresh citrus oriental fragrance with the 350Z on it, making you think of zingy. What was this? It was like $12. Would I recommend it? For $12, it's better than a lot of the other $12 fragrances on there, but it's not really necessary. But it's something I just wanted to show you as we continue on this list. It's called Thallium. This one is the second longest lasting on this list, with green apple, pineapple, and aquatic notes, and it does last a long time. It's like $15 to $16. Thallium is by Yves de Castile, and it won't do you wrong. If that's your budget and you want to smell like a rich person for 15 bucks, get Thallium. If you have any experience with any of these fragrances, comment down below, because I didn't have any experience with them except for a couple of them. So let other people know how you think of any of these fragrances. Don't forget to watch this video YouTube is suggesting for you to click on. Peace and love, and I'll see you on the next video.